Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Keith Bover with the Virginia Department of Environmental Quality, and this is the training webinar for the Virginia Environmental Excellence Program Annual Reporting System, our new system. I've got Megan Quinn and Morgan Goodman in the room with me. In case along the way, if you want to register for the new system, that we can handle that now. And this is mostly going to be a live demonstration. I just have a couple slides to go through. And I think there'll be a box up in the, looks like the right-hand corner where you can type in questions as you go. And as questions come up, just let us know, and we'll try to handle them at the time so we don't get too far off topic. All right. That's not what I wanted to do.
I think you should be able to click there.
No.
And then the arrow button.
Okay, great. First, technical difficulty overcome. All right. In order to submit a report to the Virginia Environmental Excellence Program EMS track, you will have to register on DEQ's new My DEQ portal. On the top of the slide, I have the URL if you want to copy that down. We'll have this set up as a live link on our website shortly. We're just waiting for approval from communications, and that will be posted soon. Oh, all right, great. I just found out it just got posted. We're really excited about this new portal. You might remember our old system had been around for probably over 12 years. It was getting a little clunky. This is the future of DEQ. This portal is going to be the gateway for a lot of interaction between external users and DEQ. And let's just go ahead and take a look at the portal. All right. So you can see the URL up here. It's just portal.deq.virginia.gov. And before you can submit a report, you're going to have to register as a portal user. So we'll just go through that real quick. I'm going to assume that most people haven't registered yet. You click on register, and you get to the registration page. And it's pretty straightforward. You're going to put in your email address, confirm your email address, your name, your phone number, all required fields. You'll notice at the top it says all fields are required with the exception of additional details. We'll talk about that in a second. Put down your organization that you're with. And then here in selected applications, you want to click on VEEP. And then additional instructions, that's where you tell us what reports you want access to. So in here, I report for DEQ, so I'd say Virginia DEQ. And then you can apply to have access to many reports, all the reports that you report to, and you can have many users with access to the same report. Once you've done that, you just go down, you agree to terms, prove you're not a robot, and you hit submit. Once you hit submit, you will instantly, or almost instantly, get an email from DEQ with a link in it, and you'll click the link to confirm your registration and set up your password. So we'll pretend, well, we won't pretend, we'll actually just go ahead and sign in as a user. Before I sign in as a user, I should explain, once you've confirmed your portal registration, that's automated. Then we at Office of Pollution Prevention have to go in and connect your reports to your portal registration. So this is a manual process. It should only take us a few minutes, but you never know what we're doing or if we're in the office. So we ask that you give us a day to connect your reports to your requested reports to your portal registration. And then once your portal registration is connected to your reports, you'll get another email, and then you can log in, as I am doing now, and see your memberships. All right, and now I log in, and I've just set up an external user email to help with this demonstration, and it gives me access to reports in case someone has a problem. I can go in as an external user and help you in real time with your reports, but in our testing of this new reporting system, we really haven't had occasion to do that. It's been very, very smooth and pretty intuitive. All right, so now you have your portal access and you have access to your VEEP memberships. If you go up under your email address here, you can click. You can go on My Account, change anything you need to, your email address, membership, change password. And if you have registered another VEEP membership along the way, you can request access to another one and just go through that process, and we'll go ahead and connect your portal registration. And let me go back to, you see, VEEP My Memberships. You click on that, and here we go. Here is a list of all the memberships I have given myself access to. This is a live demo, so I don't want to mess with anyone's reports, but you can see when you get your memberships, you can get a list of all the memberships you're reporting on, or just the single membership that you report on. You can see at the top here, Birchwood Power Facility. You can see your last year's report, 2018. You can see that it's been approved. You can print it, and then if you want to do your 2019 report, you click on Create Report. We won't do that because that's not our report. We'll go down to the end here. I just want to show you something really quick. We have one facility that's submitted their report, so their status has gone to submitted. I have started working on Virginia DEQ's report, so our status is draft. So we'll take a look at the Virginia DEQ report and kind of run through it and see what we got to do. I want to say up front that all the content of our report hasn't changed. It just looks a little bit different. All the questions are the same. The requirements are the same. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit easier and a little bit smoother. So you click on your report. You can see up here it's in draft. And there's 3 tabs across the top. General information, environmental commitments, and additional information. Environmental commitments is your numeric reporting commitments. Additional information are all the narrative questions that you have to answer, or have had to answer in the past. So on this first tab, general information, it's what it says, general information. You can go through and open all of these. Your membership information, DEQ, when you started, if you're in good standing, membership contacts, and we see our membership contact is Morgan Goodman, and she is an alternate. So I'm going to remember that because she should be the main contact. Go down a little further. You can see your main facility. We have moved, so that is right. We can look at linked facilities. All of the DEQ regional offices are linked. And we can see right here at the top, Mainstream Center, that's where we used to be. We need to change that, so we're going to remember that too. Down, down, down. On this tab, you can look at your KEDS permits. KEDS is where we track everyone's permits. You can see, ironically, DEQ does not have any permits. And then, but if you did, you could see the numbers, their status, things like that. If you had any questions, you can give us an email or a call. Non-KEDS permits, these are permits that are from municipalities. This would also be your MS4 permit, and if you have a hazardous waste ID number, those, the MS4 and the hazardous waste, have not been integrated into our larger KEDS database. They will at some point. And down here at the bottom, voluntary programs and awards. Basically, we wanted to know if facilities were participating in any other programs. If you had applied to the Governor's Environmental Excellence Awards, if you had won, if you're a member of Businesses for the Bay or Virginia Green. Unfortunately, that is not active for us right now. So we will just leave that blank for this year. Hopefully next year we can get that in place. So I'm just going to go back and close these links here, or these tabs, and make it a little bit easier to scroll down. And you can see at the bottom, request updates to general information. So if there's something up here on these gray tabs that needs to be changed, you can't change it on this tab. This is all stuff that loads from our database. So we have to change the database, and then it loads to the web page. So I would go in and I would say change Morgan's contact to main, and I would also make a note that says to delete the 629 facility from our membership, and I just hit save. And then that will generate an email that will come to us at Office of Pollution Prevention. It will make the changes, and they will post on your page. After I just got through saying you can't update anything on the environmental, on the general information tab right here at the bottom, there's the one thing that you can update. Facility EMS information. The size of your facility, you'd hit edit first. Approximate acreage, you can use these arrows if you want. It's just much easier to type things in directly. Square footage, need a positive number, okay. And I will leave this blank for right now so we can have an error message at the end of this test, because as you go through you have to fill in all the questions. You can advance to the next page, see, save, and it's not a problem, but you cannot submit your report unless you've answered all the questions. So this is a little more fluid than our old system. You're able to jump around and research things if you have to. If you're saying, oh geez, I can't believe I got to look at my acreage or my square footage of facilities, you can just jump back to your 2018 report on, memberships. Oops, I went too far. 2018, and you can see right down here at the bottom, there's all the information you need. So you're all set. All right, where are we? Okay. Back to our 2019 report. All right, so we've done everything we want to on this page. We hit next, and this is our environmental reporting commitments page. I should mention, as you save these narrative boxes, they're saved. You don't have to worry about things timing out and losing your narratives, which was a problem with our old system. At the top of this, you can see just a little reminder. If you're an E2 member, you have to have at least one commitment. E3, 2 commitments. E4, 3 commitments. If you scroll down a little bit, you can see DEQ's commitments. We have a waste, non-hazardous waste, recycled, other. And we have a purchased electricity, square foot of facility commitment. Now you can see they're different colors. So the blue one, I've already completed this. So I know that it's complete because it's blue. Also, as I read through this, it says is complete, yes, another hint. Continued commitment means that it's an ongoing reporting commitment for us. We did it for a 3-year series before this and before that. So basically it means it's just a continuation of reporting over a previous 3-year period. It tells us what our baseline year is, 2017, and it tells you what your reported years are. We reported on 2018, and since it's complete, we reported on it in 2019. I'm just going to jump into this for 1 second to show you one kind of neat thing. So this is all filled out, and it's all the same narratives as on the old system. And when you're ready to fill in, this is not automatically filled in for you on the new system. When you're ready to fill in what you're doing in your normalizing basis, you can click on Info, and then when you kind of cursor over this, copy and paste last year's answer. So you can click that, and it'll automatically populate what you had last year, so you don't have to redo that. And we're going to go through one of these environmental commitment reports in detail in a minute. I just wanted to show you that one. Oops. Done. All right, so that is a complete one. You can go down here, and on this yellowish color, you can see it's not complete. It's complete now. Baseline year 2015, years reported 16, 17, and 18. We've finished our 3-year cycle. So in order to report on that one, I want to click on the plus sign, and that will give us a new reporting series. I'm not going to do that right now. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself on my own report. But if you're going to continue a commitment, plus sign. If you just want to update one, this table, commitment data. And if you want to add a commitment, click on add a commitment. We're just going to put one in here so we can fiddle with it. You'll have to come up with a title. You'll choose your category, air emissions for this, greenhouse gases, and we'll say number of employees. Hit save. And you scroll down, and there it is, greenhouse gas example, air emissions. And if I wanted to change any of these categories, I could do that in the first year by typing on this little pencil, this little edit guide, but after the first year, it goes away. But let's go ahead and fill this out. All right, since this is a new commitment, there's not going to be anything to populate here, so we'll have to talk about where raising awareness, tracking energy. I'll just do this real quick. Feel free to use complete sentences when you're filling this out. At the bottom, you hit save. It's saved. You don't have to worry about losing it. You can go back and edit it if you want to. You come down to your normalizing basis notes. We'll say we have 1,000 people at DEQ. Hit save. You can go back and edit it if you want to. And then next you come down to numeric data, filling in your numbers. You can start by choosing your unit. There are default units in place for GHGs, greenhouse gases, it's tons. You can change it to pounds if you want to. We'll just stay with tons. Everyone seems to use tons. Save. And then, all right, we want to edit our numeric data. So now we're going to put in our numbers. So we'll say we had 30 tons of greenhouse gases in 2018. Our normalizing quantity is our number of employees. That's going to be 1,000. We'll say we went down to 25 tons in 2019, making up some numbers. We'll still say we have 1,000 employees. These are all the numbers that you'll have to fill in manually on the screen. Once you've done that, right-click. Your normalizing factor computes for you automatically, and your normalized quantities automatically. That's done. You hit save. You can go back and change those numbers at this point if you want to. Just like on our old report, we ask if you've had any cost savings. Click on the edit savings. We'll say we saved $100. Energy savings. Scroll down, save. All right, so I filled out everything in this commitment. Go to the bottom. There's a little box that says done. Done. And when we scroll down, there it is. It's complete. It's blue. We're all set. If some of the questions were left blank, if you hadn't put in your numbers, it would still be yellow. So that is the walkthrough on the numeric reporting. We don't want to keep this. We're not reporting on greenhouse gases. We'll just hit delete. And yes, I would like to delete it. And it is gone. All right. Next, we go to our additional information. These are all the narrative questions that you have on your report. I already put in one for this top one. You'll see that there's no copy and paste option for the narrative questions. You've got to write a new narrative for each report year. What is this? Compliance issues, none. We didn't have any compliance issues. Scroll down, save. Too fast. And you can see none saved. So you've got to come down and fill out all of your narrative questions, same questions you've seen for years before, nothing new there. So we'll pretend that we've filled out the whole report, or we think we filled out the whole report. And you scroll to the top of the page where it says Submit Report. We'll see what happens. Now we've only submitted one commitment. We've got a lot of blanks. All right. Prior to submitting, review, make sure everything is right. Hit Certify and Submit. And we find out that we did not have enough commitments. So you can still try to submit the report. If you do, it's going to tell you your narratives aren't filled out. It's going to tell you that you didn't fill out the number of employees on the first page. So you're going to keep getting errors until you take care of everything. Once you've answered all the questions, then you can hit yes and it'll go through and you'll get a message that says that you've successfully reported. And let's see, at that point, DEQ staff will start to review. If a report needs updates or we have questions, we will contact you through the report. You'll get an email. You'll be able to go in and hopefully see the highlighted areas that need update and update them. And at that point, you will go from being a submitted report to one that has been requested information. And once you respond to us, we can your report status goes back to submitted, and we can work on approving a report. And once it is approved, you will get an email saying that it's approved. And I think that was it. If we had any questions, and if you have any questions now, we're happy to answer them. And if you have any questions later, you can contact me or Morgan. We're happy to help you with the portal registration or with your reporting. We'll have access to your reports so we can help you as you go along. Initially, we really haven't had any questions. It's gone pretty smoothly. We've worked on this for a long time. We're very happy with the rollout, and we think it's going to be very efficient. And this portal is really going to be a big part of the future for DEQ.
We did have two questions that just came in. One is, will the normalizing always be how many employees you have?
No. You choose what your normalizing is. So let me see if I can go back to environmental commitments. Scroll down. For non-hazardous waste recycled for us, our normalizing is other. For purchased electricity, it's the square footage of the facility. If you're going to add a commitment, you just click on normalizing basis, and these are all of your choices for what you want to normalize by. And if none of this fits what you want, you can just hit other, and then kind of tell us what your other is in your normalizing description. So it's not just employees, it's whatever fits best for you in your reporting.
There's another question asking, how do you move a commitment to completed?
Commitment to completed, okay. You have to, in order to complete a commitment, you have to go through and fill out all the questions in the commitment. I went too fast. So you've got to fill out your narrative question at the top, your normalizing basis question, scroll down, fill in all your numbers for 2019 for this year, address cost savings if you've got any, and then you hit done. So once you have filled out all the questions on a commitment, it turns blue. And it'll say yes up here is complete. So as long as you have questions that are blank, it's going to stay yellow. So if you think you're done and you come back and it's still yellow, open it back up and take a look and see what you missed. Is that...
We had one other question about what will be available after the webinar, and we'll have a slide deck that goes through the points that Keith highlighted, as well as a recording of the webinar. And that is all the questions that we had.
All right. All right, well, here's I and Morgan's contact information if you have any problems along the way. And we're always happy to help. And I hope this helped. And we look forward to seeing your reports. And I want to thank everyone for their time this morning.
Thank you, Keith.
Thanks.